साईनाथाय माणिक्य प्रभवे गजानन श्री गुरु यतीन्द्र राघवेंद्राय परम पूज्य अवतार अवधूत श्री दत्त गणपत सच्चिदानंद श्री रामकृष्ण परमहंस महाराज शारदा माताये रमण महर्षि महाअवतार बाबाजी महाराज लाहिरी महाशय युक्तेश्वर गिरि योगानंद गौरंग निताई चैतन्य महाप्रभु त्रैलिंग महाराज भेट नारायण सदाशिव ब्रह्मेंद्र महाराज नीम करोली बाबा महाराज नागजट जयलक्ष्मी माता जिल्लेलमुడి माता आनंदमाई अनघा समेत गुरुदत्त महाराज श्री महाअवतार बाबाजी महाराज लाहिरी महाशय युक्तेश्वर गिरि योगानंद अनघाम्म समेत गुरुदत्तात्रेयाय तारा माता अनघा दत्त महाराज की जय हो जय हो। श्रीपादराजं शरणं प्रपद्ये श्रीपादराजं शरणं प्रपद्ये श्रीपादराजं शरणं प्रपद्ये श्रीपादराजं शरणं प्रपद्ये। Dear all divine associates and disciples of Samasta Guru Mandali, today also Jayanama Guna Sankeerthana is very much blessed to continue Satsanga as a part of Bhakti Kriya Yoga upon the blessings of Samasta Guru Mandali and Paramapuja Mahavatar Babaji Maharaja and Paramahamsa Jagadguru Yogananda Maharaja. Jayanama Guna Sankirtana could continue the relearning of Autobiography of a Yogi, wherein which we are being blessed to continue the fourth chapter, My Interrupted Flight Toward the Himalayas. So Yogda Maharaja blessed us to relearn that Kebalananda Maharaja was narrating or talking to Yogananda Maharaja in spite of teaching Sanskrit. So both were almost spent so much of time, hours together on meditation, Kriya Yoga practice. And we have relearned yesterday that the importance of Tirtha Yatra, that means Kebalananda Maharaja used to say to Yogananda Maharaja that the shrine, the home place of Paramapuja Lahiri Mahasaya is not less than a holy pilgrimage, because God is everywhere. He is omnipresent. Sadguru is omnipresent. But however, he appears more in these pilgrimage sites. So we also have relearned the importance of pilgrimage through a small parable or a story which was being told by Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansa Maharaja. So he used to explain all his disciples and devotees that God is everywhere, but he is more easily felt in holy places, just as a cow milk. So yesterday, or cow's milk. Yesterday, Shivanna took an example of himself that cow, the moment we think about milk, for instance, we can just recollect cow. However, as cow milk is obtained by only its teats, or not its, or not by its horns, or tail, or legs. So thus shrines, holy places serve as concentrated spots of divine manifestation, making it easier for seekers to connect with the divine. So that is the reason it was being told that continuously we have to keep visiting to enjoy those vibrations, because so many seers, sages have been practicing meditation, have been performing austerity and penance. That is the reason these are holy places. Now, we also relearned that Lahiri Mahasaya used to sit on a backless wooden seat, and his disciples used to sit in a semicircular form, like almost garlanded him in a semicircle. His eyes sparkled and danced through the inner, with the joy of the divine. Now the satsanga continues like this. As he sat in the lotus posture on a backless wooden seat, his disciples garlanded him in a semicircular form. His eyes sparkled and danced with the joy of the divine. They were ever half closed, peering through the inner telescopic orb into a sphere of eternal bliss. So, this is the most prominent component of divinity. Lahiri Mahasaya, almost every time, whenever he is sitting for satsanga or for kriya practice or meditation practices, his eyes sparkled and danced with the joy of the divine. Oh, sparking. We know that, especially in India, when we celebrate Diwali in the month of November or so. Diwali, Kartika Masa, we call it as the month of Kartika. We will crack all the firecrackers, we say. So, many a times we can see those sparks. Like that, his eyes were sparkling and dancing with the joy of divine. So, the moment when we see Lahiri Mahashaya, it is possible that he is in deep meditative or in divine consciousness. And they were ever half closed, peering through the inner telescopic orb into a sphere of eternal bliss. So, as we have been relearning, that half eyes were open, half eyes were closed. Why is it so? Because the other half, the upper part especially, focuses on Kutastha Chaitanya, in divine consciousness, from Agnya Chakra to Sahasrara. So Lahiri Mahashaya, Paramapuja Lahiri Mahashaya, is always in Nirvikalpa Samadhi state. That we can mention it. Now, what is the difference? We have also relearned. There are so many Samadhi states. If we can briefly go through, of course, in next somewhere Yogda Maharaja will bless us. But as far as Jainamuguna Sankeerthana has learned, Savikalpa Samadhi and Nirvikalpa Samadhi, and so many 24 forms are there. So, Nirvikalpa Samadhi state is you are always there, but you are not there. That means a sage, a seer, Paramapuja, Sadguru will do worldly activities, but he is connected with the divine. That is called Nirvikalpa. Nirvikalpa. That means Nirv, Kalpa, Nirvikalpa. There is no thought. Only one thought, God. So there are no thoughts. Like that we can think or we can learn. Now, so peering through the inner telescopic orb into sphere of eternal bliss. So half it is closed, only is enjoying the divine bliss. He seldom spoke at length. Occasionally, his gaze would focus on a student in need of help. That is the reason he is called as Paramapuja Lahiri Mahashaya. Jayanamuguna Sankirtana is also one of the pet students of Samasta Guru Mandali and Mahavatar Babaji Maharaja and Paramapuja Lahiri Mahashaya and Yukteswar Giri Maharaja and Yogananda Maharaja and Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansa Maharaja and Shirdi Sainatha Maharaja and Paramapuja Dattappaji, fondly known as Dattaji, pet student of all these gurus, because they try to continuously tell us through their thoughts. Every action is pushed by the serene environment and the thoughts of gurus. If not, it is not possible to every day to recollect Guru's name. It is not that easy. Upon the divine blessings, Jayanamuguna Sankirtana could do. So, occasionally his gaze would focus. So, he is sitting, semi-sphere students are there, disciples who are sitting. So, generally, in Satsanga, many a times, the real student, sadhaka, will get so many spiritual doubts, not worldly doubts. We should not go to gurus for worldly pleasures or seeking worldly matters. This is our duty. Whatever is happening, let it happen. But spiritually, when we wanted to connect with the guru, We have to seek for spiritual progress. So there may be many challenges. For instance, take the example of Shivanna. Suppose Shivanna is suffering. Oh, not suffering, enjoying. Suddenly, the uh, in deep meditation, for example, there will be cracking sounds in the spine, for example. Now, what does it mean? Is it true? Is it false? Is it happening or not happening? If it is happening, why there is a little sound, or as if the bone is getting cracked, like that, little. So these kind of spiritual experiences are must, and it will happen. But we should go forward. So if these things of these kind of doubts are asked, the Sadguru will tell immediately, where is our plane? Not our airplane, plane. All these seven chakras are planes, seven planes. So whatever it is. He used to gaze occasionally on a student in need of the or need of help. So if any disciple is looking forward or searching for some questions, immediately he would gaze him. He quickly understands because he is Paramapujya Lahiri Mahasaya. So healing words poured then like an avalanche of light. The moment a disciple gets a question or he wanted to share his experiences, Lahiri Mahasaya, within no time, healing words, just very touching, heart touching words. How avalanche of light, almost as Lahiri Mahasaya is enjoying the ice with the sparks, in the same way, the words would touch the disciple heart. Now, see, so many people talk, but it cannot get attracted. Or we can say in this way, so many people talk so many things, it will only get attracted for some time. But Sadgurus, when they speak, it will touch the heart and stimulate. That is a classic, subtle, and as well as great difference. An indescribable peace blossomed within me at the master's glance. So now Kevalananda Maharaja is telling, Oh Mukunda, like that he would have told, Oh Mukunda, what to say? Because Jainam Guna Sankeerthana also has been blessed by Sadguru Sainath Maharaj. Master Bharadwaja used to write so many experiences. One experience among that is lessons is he concludes that doing 100 hours, 200 hours, or one lifetime meditation is lesser than one time sadhu darshan. That means one time visit to a saint. That is the importance of saint. That is the importance of Sadguru. So he says that an indescribable peace, peace and tranquility. We also relearned. Someone was asking Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi, Bhagavan, who is our Guru? He says simply, wherever your thoughts rest, wherever you are in still state, you just think that that spot, that Guru is your Guru. So that means peace and tranquility. Monkey mind, if it is only at one focused point, divinity, that's it. So he was enjoying that master's glance. See how we will also see Lahiri Mahashaya. Yes, Lahiri Mahashaya. Yeah, please see Lahiri Mahashaya. halfway. Eyes are half closed and half open. Lahiri Mahasaya. Paramapuja Lahiri Mahasaya. Just in lotus posture. So, I was permeated with this fragrance as though from a lotus of infinity. Now, so means he was almost peace blossomed within me at the master's glance. So, Kevalananda Maharaja is telling his experience because one is peering through. That means looking closely and carefully used to identify the disciple's problem and give immediate answers. And avalanche of light is also used to word sport, then like a avalanche of light. That means powerful metaphor, isn't it? That means overwhelming spiritual or intellectual breakthroughs. Whatever your problem, it is solved or it is answered. So he was telling, I was permeated with this fragrance as though from a lotus of infinity. That means entire room, all the students, disciples are sitting in semicircular form, and it was almost, I was permeated with this fragrance. So everyone in the room was enjoying that fragrance because it is spread throughout the room, not only for Kevalananda Maharaja. To be with him, even without exchanging a word for days, was experience which changed my entire being. Look at this. Generally, sadhaka, spiritual practitioners should focus on this. To be with him, so we have to pray every day to be with Guru. It is not that easy. That is the reason Lahiri Mahasaya told Paramahansa Yogananda Maharaja, by he was thinking that there is a sudden spark of light, a omnivision which has come out from the photograph of Lahiri Mahasaya. Then he says, why are you looking for a body with the flesh and bones? I am omnipresent. I am in your Kutastha Chaitanya. Like that, Lahiri Mahasaya told. In the same way, however, those people are very lucky who have spent a good amount of time with Sadgurus, including Kevalananda Maharaja. Oh, what a great incident. So, to be with him even without exchanging a word, there is no talk actually. One should understand. And whenever we visit Sadgurus, we will take a list of like grocery list: A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T U V W X Y Z, like that. No, no talks, only experience. Just looking at him, that's it. He'll give that bliss. Yes, 150%, no doubt in it. So there are no physical exchanges of words. Oh, Kevalananda, how are you? What is your office doing? How is your children? What are they doing? Like this, that too. There are no talks. See, this is spirituality. Generally, there is a tendency, not Jainamaguna Sankeerthana devotees, Shivana himself, Shivana has got a tendency to mix both world life and as well as spiritual life. No, Shivana is a bad boy. Shivana shouldn't mix both tracks. These are two parallel tracks. One should be vigilant. Do worldly activities with your physical senses and enjoy the divine bliss with your soul experiences. That is the classic difference that one should understand. Not you, Shivana should understand. Now, experience which changed my entire being has got changed. The way we look at things, how spirituality is different, the way we perceive things, the way we conclude, the way we move, the way we progress, balance of life. He'll be always in joy. See? So pleasure seeking objects may not give joy. Even if it gives, it is for a moment. So the Sat, that means the eternal bliss, is only through spirituality, devotion. If any invisible barrier rose in the path of my concentration, I would meditate at the Guru's feet. Now look at that. So Kevalananda Maharaja, our Paramahansa Yogananda Maharaja is blessing Jayanamoguna Sankeerthana to relearn. If any invisible barrier rose in the path of my concentration. So what does it mean? Even Kevalananda Maharaja has faced many challenges in meditation. It is not that easy, the meditative practice. So devotees generally think, oh, not devotees, not you. The disciples who are listening now and who would be listening in coming days, please be informed that invisible barrier, anytime there will be challenges. It is not that easy to focus upon God's feet. So we have to train the brain. Continuously, we need to purify ourselves. So, if any invisible barrier rose in path of my concentration, invisible barriers, what are those? Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa Maharaja used to say. There is a Sanskrit terminology. Sukshma, Sukshmetara, Sukshmantara, Ati Sukshmetara, Ati Sukshmantara, Ati Sukshmetara Antara. 7 layers. Sukshma. That means what we can call it as Sukshma. Very, 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 very tiny. We don't know from where it will come. For example, Shivana will take as example. Shivana is doing some spiritual rituals and he wanted to close it very early to run the live or to do satsanga live. So heart is pushing, thought is pushing. Oh Shivana, you have to go. Oh Shivana, you have to go. Shivana doesn't know actually. That is also ego. From where it has come? So Shivana wanted to do. Shivana wanted to say until that is the reason one hand on material life, one hand on God. Then there will be faith within ourselves. Then Shivana thinks, who is Shivana to go and do satsanga online? Amma is telling to do. That faith. When it comes, the Sukshmantara, the tiny, tiny layers have been wrapped up, have been thrown out. So, if any invisible barrier, see, this is a barrier. This is a barrier. Now, for example, Shivana is doing meditation. For example, he closed his eyes, and generally there is a tendency for uh, to progress spiritually. Initially, they call it as श्वास के ऊपर ध्यास. श्वास में ध्यास means full vision on your breathing system, right? For example, श्वास के ऊपर ध्यास. श्वास means in English, in Sanskrit श्वास, English breathing, right? Inhaling and exhaling. ध्यास, ध्यास means concentration. So concentration upon your breathing. For instance, started a spiritual seeker like Shivana started. Shwas mein se dhyas. Now, he closed his eyes and is trying to focus. Immediately, the moment he closed his eyes, Shivana, first thought, oh, tomorrow I have to pack one textbook in the bag. Sudden thought. Now, this thought will take us for next 15-20 minutes spiral effect. The book, what is the book, which book, who authored that book, can we keep it, if suppose tomorrow it rains, should we put it in a cover and place it in a bag, does this book is tomorrow important or not? See, spiral. That is the reason we shouldn't have more thoughts. See, So Kebalananda Maharaj is telling, if any invisible barrier, so many invisible barriers. For example, Shivana sat for meditation. Shwas ke upar dhyas in Hindi. That means full concentration on breathing system. Suddenly, Shivana got a thought. Oh, Shivana friend purchased one big car. That's it. Spiral. See how lucky he is. See, gone. Now, once again. These are examples of barriers. Shivanas, not yours. Shivanas. So Shivana sat, immediately he was thinking, and is offering flowers to God. Immediately. Uh, these flowers, yellow flowers. No, no, no. Today is Tuesday. We'll go with green flowers. Oh, no green is available. So we have to go and purchase flowers. From where? Oh, cost is very high. No, no, no. Nearby our person is there. Na? We can tell him to get it. No, 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 no. We have to pay through GPay. Oh, mobile is not working. App is not working. See? Sukshma, subtle and subtle and subtle. Tiny, tiny, tiny layers. These are invisible barriers. We don't know from where it will come. Suddenly it will come. Suddenly it will come. So, what Sharda Mate says is, even if those kind of thoughts arise, don't leave the focus. That is the understanding. So, if any invisible barrier rose in path of my concentration, I would meditate at Guru's feet. That what yesterday Babaji Maharaja blessed us to immediately take the focus on God's feet, lotus feet. So why? Because it becomes natural phenomena. For example, you are loving deity. No problem. Are you loving Mary Ma, Mother Mary? Take her into your heart. Are you loving Jesus Christ? Take him into your heart. Are you loving Datta? Take him into your heart. Are you loving Appaji, Babaji? Just imagine every time, because it is impossible because of bhava. We call it as bhava, the feelings. Why Sadgurus say to focus on only feet? Have you ever memorized or thought of it? Very simple. The moment when you see the body, there is every possible chance that it may deter our concentration. It may become a barrier. That's the reason holy feet. So Yogda Maharaja is telling, look at Mahavatar Babaji Maharaja. See, at holy feet. That's it. So he is also telling that I would meditate at the Guru's feet. There the most tenuous states came easily within my grasp. He is concluding. Oh, lot of time. Tomorrow we shall continue our satsanga. Mantra japa, very, very important. Yeah, please write everyone. Jaya Jagadguru. With love, you have to write Jaya Jagadguru Paramahamsa Yogananda Maharaja. Jaya Paramahamsa Yogananda Maharaja. Shivaya Gurave Rudraya Namaha. 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 शिवाय गुरवे रुद्राय नमः 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 नमः शिवाय ओम 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 शिवाय गुरवे बाबाजी नमः 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 नमः शिवाय 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 शिवाय गुरवे रुद्राय नमः 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 नमः शिवाय 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 शिवाय गुरवे रुद्राय नमः शिवाय गुरवे रुद्राय नमः शिवाय गुरवे रुद्राय नमः शिवाय गुरवे रुद्राय नमः Why? Because Om Aim Bhim Shrim Shwaramanaga Dataya Namaha. Om Aim Bhim Shrim Shwaramanagam Dataya Namaha. Om Aim Bhim Shrim Shwaramanagam Dataya Namaha. Om Aim Bhim Shrim Shwaramanaga Dataya Namaha. Om Aim Bhim Shrim Shwaramanagam 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 Dataya Namaha. Om Aim Hreem Hreem Shvaramanagham 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 Dataya Namaha. So tomorrow also we will get blessed to continue our satsanga. Oh, Shivana will forget. Day after tomorrow. That means tomorrow is satsanga will be blessed. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, anyhow postponed. Thursday and Friday, there will be satsanga will be postponed. That means, of course, tomorrow Appa will bless. Thursday, Friday, satsanga is postponed. Shivana will forget tomorrow because our associates may be looking forward and they'll be waiting. And it will be very bad on the part of Shivana if it is not informed. And please also be informed that please wait till 8:40 because traffic challenges and all. 8:30, just see 8-9 minutes for Shivana. Uh, if 8:40 and above satsanga not started, that means that day it is postponed. दत्तानुग्रह समस्त गुरुमंडली की जय, समस्त गुरुमंडली की जय, अनघा दत्त महाराज की जय, अनघा दत्त महाराज की जय, अनघा दत्त महाराज की जय, तारा माता की जय, तारा माता की जय, तारा माता की जय, जय नाम गुण संकीर्तन की जय, जय नाम गुण संकीर्तन की जय, जय नाम गुण संकीर्तन की जय।